Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? All right, great. I'm gonna get started in about 10 minutes. About starting this stream. Could you guys hear that? I just played a YouTube video. Could you guys hear that? Did you just hear some music? No. Okay. Yeah. I turned off the setting yesterday, so now you can't hear the system sounds anymore. But I just updated the software, so I just wanted to make sure that the setting was still intact. Okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah, the most painful thing for me is this TVIX. I was long 5,000 shares in pre-market and early on the day yesterday, and it's up $70 in. Oh my god, this could have been like a $200,000-$300,000 trade easily, even with scaling out. Wait, someone is at my door. Where was I? I don't even remember what I was saying. Anyway, I'm watching. I tried to short it small earlier. But I just got stopped out. Small starter. It has to go where it has to go, and it's gonna have a big unwind. Like if you look at SPYs, the SPYs bottomed. Well, now we're going lower in pre-market, obviously, but the SPYs bottomed here on Friday, 28th, and TVIX, and it's still way above that level. TVIX is up 60% since the Friday lows. So there's a lot of Now this thing can go to 500 for what I know, but you know, once it starts unwinding, once the market stops going down, this is gonna have an enormous unwind. It's gonna be probably be my main watch throughout next week. You know, this thing can go down 40-50% in a matter of days. I'm gonna show you guys something. Back in February 2018, TVIX went down 51% in intraday. It had this big move, one-day move, and then it gapped up the next day and just faded, or even more, 54%. So it can go much further, but it can also fade big time. So I'm gonna look for backside, and I'm gonna stay very small on front side if I try it. But there's gonna be a lot of downside this thing eventually. But right now there's just a lot of fear in the markets and uncertainty with this Corona cold going on. Today may not be coming up. I think the amount of reported cases will go up a lot. So that could, yeah, Codex and APT. I shorted some small pre-market. They are definitely showing, these virus stocks are showing some relative weak. Almost none of them are up, except for INO. I bought it yesterday, midday, when it broke out of this little consolidation, 893 or whatever it was. I bought 50,000 shares. I still have 23, so I still have almost half. This is the only one that's really up on the day. Really nice opportunity midday. I also traded IBIO when it looked like it was gonna break above this VWAP consolidation, but this one just failed. I took it. But yeah, INO is still having some nice. ALT, yeah, oh, it's a very thin one. I can't trade this thing, but yeah, it's capping up pretty much. See here, yeah, AHPIs were, yeah, these virus stocks are lower today. Gonna sort by volume. I'm gonna go through these. Gilead gapping down, INO gapping up, mRNA slight gap down, but it's still holding its station. Codex gapping low, NVAX gapping higher, IBIO gapping lower, HTBX is slightly higher. Maybe I'll put it on what? This thing has had some insane volume past few days. APT gapping lower. No, it's actually up, but it's kind of unchanged. PK, oh, OPK is going higher, yeah. But the main one, GNMX, is a little bit higher. NNVC had a pure pump PR yesterday. It's a stock promoter that put out the PR. Wasn't even the company itself, and the stock is up, what, 35% pre. Totally pump. But yeah, this thing can definitely higher. Who knows? Watch it probably. Anyways, my point is the main Corona plays are all lower or break even. So that's why it's interesting. VIX is up this much. A lot of premium. Interesting times, definitely interesting times. Like, if I don't step on front side with size, as long as I don't step on front side with size on this TVIX, I think it is setting up as $1 million opportunity. I do. I think this thing is gonna go down 50% eventually. Now, question is if it goes to 200 to 100, or if it goes from 400 to 200, that I don't know yet. But it will have a 50% pullback. If not today, probably next week. Work, if I wait, but I'm already in work. Why would I wait for an entry? I'm already in it since. Or are you looking to buy it? Well, in that case, why didn't you buy it yesterday when it broke out? Yeah, VTIQ. Yeah, it's too. Oh wow. Yeah, exactly. It had a nice breakdown at in the low 15s yesterday. Textbook before the close. What's your stop? Well, you can see my stop on the chart. It's 27.10. It's the lows of yesterday. But look, if you really want to get in it, I mean, the entry was yesterday, but now I guess you could buy it now. This is pretty much where I entered yesterday, a few pennies lower than where I entered yesterday. So, I mean, if you really think you have an edge on this thing, sure. It is showing relative strength. That's for sure. It's almost It's almost break even on the day with the overall markets down. So, it's not a crazy buy here. But again, if markets go lower, it will go lower too eventually. The thing with relative strength stocks is that they can only hold up for so long. Like if you take another dive lower in the overall markets, all of these relative strength stocks will tank too eventually. But we don't know yet. Right now it's just a big shop fest. Tesla is gapping lower, obviously with the overall markets. KWeb is lower. KWeb is actually gapping below stop right now. It looks like I sized down. Like I traded in and out of it yesterday, but I only held 8,000 shares per night, and I had as much as 15,000 at one point. So, and that was decision. So that was a right decision because I was just too afraid of the market what it's doing now. But I still got a little sieve. LK is kind of holding its range still. DXM is holding up well. Beely is lower pre-market, but it's holding yesterday's lows. Work is now it's actually green on the day. EPT, I have a tiny starter. I'm looking for it to break this high 15 area. Could have a big flush. I think next leg lower on this thing could be down to $10. Okay. Ethereum, I don't know what gonna do. ETH US. It's look at the hourly chart. Maybe it's gonna gap down. Stop me out already. INO is going higher and Codex actually broke below yesterday's lows pre-market, but now it's bouncing back. On Codex, this 1360 area is a huge level, huge level. If it breaks down below that level, I think we're gonna go to 10 over the next few sessions. Okay, I'm gonna see some stops on Ethereum, some stops, and then the market will open. Yes, those are market stops. Always use market stop. Otherwise, you're gonna get into trouble. Otherwise, you will get into trouble. Okay, my EC2000 E-signal is lagging, of course. I'm short a bunch of with highs as mRNAs. Okay, TVIX. This could be the day it goes back to 150 potentially. So I'm gonna look for further back. I'm short 7,500 shares, and yeah, I will looking for more. Oh my god, INO, what a beat. I'm gonna raise my stop a bit more. If it goes red, I'm out. Oh, KWeb, what a gap down. I'm gonna use lows. APT is breaking below some support levels. TVIX just stuck out the first 5-minute candle, or almost. Wait, LK? Wow, LK is weak. I covered some Tesla too. APT found some support on the rising 10 days so far. Oh, what a trade! Oh my god! Holy sh! Wow! 45% from where I bought it yesterday. Are you kidding me? Okay, now I sold more than half of INO. Gotta lock in some. This is a nice surprise. Very pleasant surprise so far. Okay, TVIX couldn't break below its first 5-minute candle. Codex is hitting. Sorry, I really don't have time to read the chat usually the first 5-10 minutes, especially in markets like this. Oh wow, work is tanking. Work is not acting well right now. Yeah, it's not a great market buying breakout. It's not that type of a market. Wait, what? LK is tanking too? Oh shit, I gotta sell this piece. Okay, I sold LK. It fell, yeah, Not acting well right now. Took a decent loss on it. Oh, Codex. Wow. Unfortunately, Codex is a little bit of bittersweet victory since I took a decent loss on LK. I lost 50k on LK. Really happy about that. But I think TVIX will be an enormous trade potentially. If it takes out these opening range lows, I'm gonna locate more shares. It's gonna be big. APT is a bit stronger than Codex. Codex has room to like mid 11s today. High mid 11s. Work stopped me out. Took a $35,000 loss on it. Oh yeah. This is, you know, it's just, this is what I've been talking about. It's a shoppy environment, dangerous for this is exactly what's happening. They look so good and they get you in and then they just tank on you. It's exactly what I wanted to avoid, but unfortunately I lost some decent money on some of these longs. But on the other hand, I'm making money on some other stuff, so it doesn't really help me. If I'm losing on one trade, I'm making the same amount of money on another trade. mRNA is breaking higher. DPHI, what's this? I need another 5-10 minutes, then I can start reading the chat. Right now there's just too much going on. A little bit too much going on. VIX is holding so far. What are okay, oh, spies look like they want to. All right, I've sold 2 quarters of no, sorry, what 2 quarters? 2/3 of INO. NNVC taking out the intraday highs. This thing could squeeze. A lot of fundamental shorts are shorting it. They don't realize that this thing could double. It doesn't matter that it's a pump PR. All these guys who probably don't have any risk management, they're shorting it. Stop me out. Just so tight right now. Super tight. I have no idea where the market will go. We could go. It's down. Spies are down 3%. Close green on the day, or we could go down another 3%. I have no idea. It's just in the middle of a range. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get stopped out. You know what? TQ's in the 200 day again. I'm gonna sell TQ or TQQ. What's the lows of the day? 72.73. I'm just, it takes out the lows of the day. Because I don't want this TQQ turning to a red trade. I have enough long exposure. Cut the rising 10 day. LK is lower and work is lower from where I sold. I just sold TQ. Look, the markets could make a big move. And I don't. This thing could very easily undercut Friday's low. The TVIX, this thing could go to 300 today. I'm just gonna get stopped out again on my starter. And K-Web, I'm all out now. You know what? Beely, I'll sell it if it takes out lows. I do not like what the market is doing. These volatility instruments are going nuts. Again, I think the VIX will go down 50% in a short amount of time, but I don't know if it's gonna be from 200 to 100, 300 to 150, or 500 to 200. I have no idea. There is some fear building. That I know. Yeah, VXRT is good. Thin name, but it is. mRNA had a break today. NVAX is fading a bit from the open. OPK had a nice gap up. Okay, let's see. Let's see what you guys wrote in the chat. Yeah, unfortunately, most platforms do have some serious lag when there's a lot of volatility. It's pathetic, but is today options expiration? I don't know. DRAD, nah, they probably had a one-time item. They probably had a one-time item on that DRAD. INO trying for 13. Yeah, it did try for 13. Heck, it can go to 6. I'm just trailing my stop. I have only yeah, about a quarter left on. Yeah, no, TVIX is not easy to borrow for me. I have to, it's very cheap borrow, but I have to pay. It's easy to borrow for you guys, or VXX and UVXY for that matter. TVIX is the most volatile one. But are these things easy to borrow for you guys? Wait, TVIX is easy to... What the fuck is easy to borrow pre-market? Never mind. They're all easy to borrow for me. No, except UVXY. Yeah, UVXY is hard to... What the fuck? I borrowed a bunch of shares pre-market, and I also borrowed after the open, but now I see it's easy to borrow. Oh well, it wasn't expensive, so I paid like $50 for 12,000 shares. It's not the end of the world. TVIX 4 cents, yeah, something. I paid like a 1 cent. TVIX is going higher. This is starting to excite me. This is the biggest move ever. It's up 400% in the past. Last time, like when the markets broke sharp early, like February 2018, TVIX went up 200%, and now it's already up 400%. Back in early 2016, when we had a market correction, TVIX only went up 100%. August 20, when we had a sharp correction, TVIX only went up 240. Interesting. LK is lower, work is lower, KWeb is lower from where I sold it. All right. ALT. Oh, it's so thin. It looks good. If it takes out opening range highs, it could, but it's very thin. I'll pass on. If it had 10 times more volume, I would be, or at least 3. What's this ENC? Do you guys know is it Corona related? Probably is, right? It is. TVIX just failed, took out the highs marginally. The opening range lows is still intact, that 184 area. It's still intact. Okay, I'm short again. Let's see if we can have a significant move lower. And then we see, what's this one doing? Yep, taking out highs. That's the most pumpish and crappiest of all of these Corona stocks. Wow, that could have been a buy opening. Missed it badly. And ENC, Corona, okay. Corona. Another stock. Another coronavirus. Okay, so far TQQ is holding the 200 day. Too bad, I just got shaken out of TQQ long-term swing, and I also got stopped out of this marginal little break higher, break lower on the SPYs. It's a bit annoying, but I hope my APT and Codex work out well. Codex is bouncing for now. Let's see how it acts. Codex needs to fail at that. Man, the SPYs could go there. Wouldn't that be epic? If SPYs will go green, TVIX will go to like 140, maybe in 130. But we're not out of the woods yet. We could very break down. Oh, I have to catch up on. Wow, TLTs. This thing trades like a small cap. Treasury bonds. They trade like a small cap. Amazing. I have some pretty decent size on TVIX. Oh man, if this thing goes to 140. Yeah, D-Rad. Come on, break down already. There's still a lot of stocks, well, like AMD is holding, but obviously 287, 289. Wait, no. I wanted to take out the highs of the day. I don't want it to go lower. Not today. Not today. I have a big short. Big TVIX short. I do not want this. Then I'll have to get stopped out again. I don't want that. Guys, the INO trade is over. Even if it goes higher, it's over. It's up like 2 days in a row. There's nothing here. Unless you're like scalping. And then you're on your own. I can't help you. For those who are long, congrats. There is not a big edge on INO right now. INO short, maybe, you know, maybe. I'm not really. I'm just gonna trail my long. I really don't know. I'm just, you know, raising myself on my long. I only have a quarter. But yeah, guys, if you're like scalping, you're on your own. You don't need to ask my opinion, because I don't really have any clue. I just don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. Alt could very easily. Oh, it took out the opening range highs. Yeah, sure. This thing can go to $5, $6. In this market, like anything. Yeah, OPK does. OPK had a nice short. Even look at it. TVIX is shaping up again. Yeah, we're still not really backside. We're still kind of hanging in there. DRAT took out highs. I saw it pre-market. They had good numbers, but I just. I don't know. It's too thin for me. I suspected it could be like a one-time item. Really didn't dig into. I have no idea about. I really can't trade this. This is like a nano cap stock. Market cap 7 million. It's like I could buy the whole company. That's how small it is. Oh, okay. Here it says market million. Yeah, okay. So it's just a nano cap. Totally ignore those types now. So APT is so far bouncing off this rising 10-day and on the 60-minute chart of this rising 65 EM. And Codex is also bouncing after trying to break down. It did kind of put in another higher low, but the key is to see how this $14 area. It really needs to get in the high 13s, low 14. Really needs to get rejected there. No, I don't invest in. I have my house but I don't really see it as an investment. But it is an investment. But no, nothing. There's no point. I just want to focus on one thing that I do well, and that's trading. Eventually, oh, looks like I got stopped out of Beely. Wow, some decent losses on Work, Beely, and KWeb. The 70k on the stocks I bought yesterday. I lost 70k on them. Okay, thanks for playing. Let's see here. And the LK I lost 50k, but that one I bought a couple of days ago. So yeah, I'm down like 100. Wait, how much? 120. I should have just not bought any break. Don't buy breakouts in corrective market. Remember that mantra. I just get so tempted sometimes. I get so tempted, man. I really get tempted. No bueno. But man, if this TVIX is going to... Yeah, if this TVIX goes to 150 today, I'm gonna make 600,000 on it. Please. Die, crazy ETF volatility thingy. I don't even know what you are. D-Dog? Wow, it's actually holding the range. Like all the other ones stopped me out, but this one is holding the range. Yeah, look, it probably needs you know, a week or something. I don't know. Right now, I just also to give any advice on breakouts. It's not a breakout type of. We're too early. We're too early. T-Duck is holding really well also. NNVC, no, NNVC was not AQXP. It's another one that was AQXP. I don't remember what they changed their tick. AQXP was a crazy stock back in 2015, I think. No, NNVC is not. I know that. It changed its symbol. It's still around. I think it reversed merge. Had a reverse merger or something like that. Oh yeah, come on, TVIX. Fuck yeah. I need to see some green trades in my account because except for INO, I really haven't had many great trades yesterday or the day before. Not that I remember. Oh, Ian's new highs. Strong one. Oh, TVIX! Come on! I'm telling you guys, if I make 600k on this TVIX, I don't give a shit that I lost 120k buying breakouts this week. It's all good. It's gonna be all good. What was around last week? What was around last week? AQXP? No, AQXP was like 2050 when it had a big run. Oh, okay, you mean the symbol. Okay, now I can finally breathe a bit. Whew, I hate opens like this, and it's been like this for 2 weeks. It's super exhausting. Okay, let's see, what did they change their symbol? What did they change? NLTX? Yep, thank you. Yep, NLTX. Yep. This is AQXP. Baker Bros own almost a third of this thing. It's legit. Super thing. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys. 2050 here. It went from like $2 to in 2 days. I lost 1/3 of my account in like a few hours trying to short it on day 2. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was like, oh, it's up 1500% days. It's gonna go down. Nope. It more than doubled. And then I went for a barbecue with some friends. Oh my god. I can just say it wasn't a great day. The barbecue wasn't great for my... I felt like oh my god. I made so many stupid trades. I made so many stupid trades during my trading career. And you know, success in trading is really cutting out all this. Like every year I try to do a little bit fewer of the really dumb thing and a few more of the HMNY. That was my best long ever. That one, I think it went up 1000% after I bought it, and I rode it all the way up, and then I nailed it. HMNY was one of the few stocks I traded perfect. I think I bought it like in the 2s, and then it went to like, what, 30 or something? 40. And I had some shares all the way up. That was crazy good. And then I absolutely nailed the short. I think that was late 20s. Zoom? Yeah. Had a big update. My stop is 110. Yesterday's lows. Just APT is shaping up. Let's see if we can reclaim VWAP. I'll size down. I only have tiny shares. I have a small position, so it doesn't really matter. But if it loses that low 15s later, I may add more. So I really think this thing goes down to like 11 or maybe $10 over the next few sessions. Codex 2. They are really building some serious lower highs now. VIX, man. Should I add if it takes... No, I have such a vision in it. Nope, I'm not gonna add. I'm not gonna ruin my average. I should probably cover some, but I'm a greedy motherfucker. I'm so greedy right now. All I see is goes to sub 150. Oh, that's all I see. That's all I can see. I'm just trying not to think about it because this on this thing is like every $10, that's like $130 move in my accounts. I just try not to look. This one looks good. This is another one to keep an eye on if once this correction and choppy market environment ends. It's been building higher lows for the past 6 months or so, and it's been going sideways for almost revenue growth. No profits yet, but it's holding up well. This thing could go to 200 plus. Well, if the market gets better. Toka. Yeah. I don't know what this is all about. I don't know anything about this name. Is it a Corona name maybe? Guys, do anyone you know if it's a Corona name? I'm gonna February 9th. Oh no, it's a merger. Or merger, whatever. Tesla is about to take out highs of the day. Oh, Spice took out the highs of the day. Nice. Oh my god. I just short it tiny. I increased my position by 5%. The unwind process. Oh my. Come on. I'm short 14,200 shares from the opening range lows. This could be a big trade. Or actually a little bit higher than open. Seriously, if it goes to... This has the potential... If it really keeps going lower, could be my biggest trade ever. Or it has the potential. It does have the potential, but I wouldn't be surprised if it... Look, really, I should probably be locking some in here, but I'm a degenerate. I'm a home run trader, and I'm probably gonna regret it, but I locked in like 100 shares. I have 14,000 shares. I locked in 100 shares. No, it's not. TVIX is a derivative of VIX. No, it has nothing to do with... It's a VIX derivative. This is what it is. CBOE market volatility. This is the fear index. That is. I don't know how it. I don't really understand how they work. Yeah, it's volatile. Yeah, it's programmed to go. All you need to know, and it's built a big, especially over the past 2 seconds. Like I made a point in pre-market. Like, look at SPYs. Like SPYs are well above Friday highs, last Friday highs when the market bottomed. But look at TVIX. TVIX is up. TVIX was up like 55% over Friday's highs, or the Friday, price. So it's just an air pocket. This thing could very easily unwind back to sub 100 in the next few sessions. Oh my god, I'm so exhausted right now. That first 40 minutes just killed me. Like, I took these losses on LK, LK, this is a good sign. It held another higher low. This is a good sign. I'm a bit frustrated. It shook me out and etc. All of that bullshit, but it's still holding up. You can see these strong stocks. They just won't go away. Let's see. There's a lot of these stocks. I have a bunch of things on my bounce watch list. Cruise stocks, NCLH, RCL, CCL. But there's really no point in trading any of these. Trade TVIX. Some airlines, AAL, car. Avis Group, the rental, Hertz. All of these are down like 40-50% over the past few weeks. And the Sabre is some kind of a travel related. Bunch of these are. Okay, so Codex put in a lower high interest. So that if it takes out that high, I will size down. I'm short a bunch of shares on Codex. I'm short 63,500 shares. I was short over 7,000 earlier, but I've covered into the flush. I really think this thing could go to sub 12, sub 11 over the next. Obviously, I'll have to hold over the weekend and pay some decent borrow fees, but I don't give a shit. I think it just has so much downside from here. And if it closes weak, that will give me more confidence. Because my point is, like, Codex is only down 40% from its highs from Friday. Like, look at APT. This thing is down. AHPI is down. Why is Codex down? This thing has been holding up fairly well. So if Codex would go down 60% total, it would go down to mid 8s. Maybe I should add to it. I only have a small start, maybe later. It's too exhausted to make. Like, I'm mentally shot. The past two of the most intense weeks in my trading career. There's been so many things going on. There's so many trades, so many opportunities, and I've traded a lot of size. Like, after I made that 1.5 million last week, I've steadily increased my size. But this week, I don't know. I think I'm up a little bit. I really need this TVIX to go to 150s. No, I don't know. I think I'm gonna break even on the week. I've had some nice trades like INO on the long side twice. INO on the long side twice. So that's been pretty much most of my gains so far this week. I lost money on TVIX trying to short it yesterday, the day before yesterday. And I lost some money on Codex, trying to short it the past few sessions. So yeah, I think I'm kind of breaking. INO has been, wow, if I had known this thing would go to $13. Guys, this is like one of the most perfect things. Just memorize this. You should take screenshots of perfect setups. You should build a database of perfect setups. You should invest in yourselves. Just take screenshots of before and after. Like, everything lined up perfectly on this INO on a couple of days ago, on Monday. Or you should all like get some kind of software like Evernote or something, or OneNote or whatever, and just take screenshots before, after, write down your thoughts, observations. You have to train your brains to see things, not only the technical patterns but also the psychological patterns, like what's going on, like what's hot right now, right? What's working, what's not working, all of these things. I use mostly the daily chart, and if it's interesting on a daily chart, I'm looking at the minute chart, and if it's interesting on a 60-minute chart, sometimes I use the 5-minute or 1-minute charts to get a little bit higher resolution. Look, I know maybe I'll switch to a short side later on the day. Like, if we can shop around in this $12 area, build some more lower highs, and then maybe we get a late day fade on it, like get a $2 fade on it. Right now I might probably raise my stop a little bit more. We'll see, because I'm thinking APT is coming in, Codex is coming in, AHPI is coming in. Why is INO green? What's NNVC doing? NNVC, I can't believe this stock is allowed to exist. Should just halt it, and this is such a pump job. All they've done, I don't think they have any approved drugs in their lifetime. This thing has been around since, in a long time. Same thing with INO. INO has been around at least the 90s. I don't think they have any approved drugs to enrich management. So stupid. There should be, more, just so obviously fraudulent. It's not even funny. Okay, let's see. Had a little bit of a push. It's still below the declining V. It is still below the declining VWAP. Puts in INO, okay. Yeah, it's not a crazy thing. Looking at it in hindsight, there was a short here at 12.20-ish, in the low 12s, like a half an hour ago. If I hadn't been long this thing, I would probably paid attention, because you had a big push, then you had a pullback, and you had lower highs, and had a break below this little range with lower highs. That was a good word, this 12.20 area with like a 12.65 stop. But again, I'm gonna wait for later in the day. LK's bouncing. It's a tennis ball. You try to push it down under the water, it pops back up. It floats back to the surface. That's what it is. Work. And Netflix is also holding really well. Look at this Netflix. All of these stocks and companies that profit from people staying at home. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. AMD. Yeah, wow. AMD is also one of these. It's a champion. Wow. Look, I mean, AMD, maybe it goes to 100 later. They have so much earnings momentum and price momentum. It's not even funny. This thing is up, what, 20? No, wait. How much? 15. In the past 4 years, it's up 1,500%. That's a nice move. But look at Intel. Intel has a market cap of 255 million. AMD has only a market cap of 50. It's a 20% of Intel's market cap. Why can't AMD go to 100 million market cap? if it doubles from here, right? Yeah, but AMD is nothing like it was like 20 years ago. Back in the float on AMD is much higher than it was back in 05 and 2000 when it's around $40. The float is much higher. The market cap is way higher now than it was back then. You know, you can't look at price levels from, you know, so far back. It's meaningless. It's totally meaningless. If you look, you know, indices, yes, but on individual stocks, it's dangerous to look at price levels that are that far back because it's usually a completely different company. But yeah, this is one of my favorite stocks right now. It's just holding up so well. Unbelievable. What's Nvidia doing? Nvidia is also semiconductors is really one of the strongest sectors, right? Definitely. What do you mean WorldCom days? What was in the WorldCom days? Yeah, what about WorldCom? Yeah, I know, but what about it? I don't understand the context. I don't understand what you're trying to say, that's all. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have a whole... I wasn't trading back then, obviously, since I was a teenager, but I have a bunch of charts, like hundreds of them. Wow, APT, this thing takes out $15 lows of the day. It's... Wow, it could go to like $11 today. It's probably not, but yeah, these moves back then were just incredible. Like you had, especially from like November 99, or sorry, October 99 to March 2000, like a 6-month period. There were so many stocks that went up 1,000, 2,000%, and not even like micro cap stocks. You had like large caps making enormous moves, and some of them were incredibly liquid. Like stuff like Tesla, you had like there were like 50 of these during a 6-month period. And Tesla wasn't even a big move. It only was like, what, 300%. Think something like Tesla, but 3 times as big of a magnitude. Like think like if Tesla went to like 2,000 or something. There were like many of these. Incredible. I can understand that some made a lot of money back fairly easily. Get moves like that. It's kind of crazy. Now APT broke. Profits on it. I have a very small position in it, unfortunately. Maybe I should compensate by shorting more codex. Oh my god, I'm so exhausted right now. I literally want to go to sleep. I literally want to. Trading is so binary. You have weeks and months that are like watching paint dry, and then you have like days and weeks where you need like 2 heads and 6 arms and 5 brains. Like my brain is fried after. No, I don't take vacations. No, or like obviously I can, you know, slow down my trading, but look, vacations. If I had missed past last week, I made more money last week than I made last year. Okay. What if I had... APT is really dying here now. Codex is lower. Well, you can take a vacation anyways. Like if you don't have to like travel far. TVIX, dude, it's too early to tell. It all depends on how we close. I have no idea if I'm gonna hold it overnight or not. I really don't know. Wow, gold. Oh shit, APT, really? APT is really coming in here. What's Lake doing? Lake, yes, yeah, Lake is lagging. Damn, APT is the one I had the smallest size. Like Codex is where all my size is. My Codex position is like 3 times my APT. Codex is still, but I think Codex, they're really unwinding now. Wow, INO hit my stop. Okay. NVAX, mRNA, yeah, they're all coming in. They're all coming. Gilead was, yeah. Oh, Gilead is now strong. Okay, makes no sense. Yeah, they're all AHPI is fading. Yeah, yep. VIR is weirdly holding up well. This thing has no volume, but it's holding up. But I guess, you know, they're gonna come for that one too. They're gonna come for that one all. ENZ, yeah. Man, I'm so exhausted. Maybe I'm getting old. But I'm not that old, so I can't really blame my age. Wow, this is really the highest the VIX has been since 2008 much. Okay, it was slightly higher in 2015. TRIL is taking eyes. I had this as a trade idea. Was it Monday? I unfortunately had a nice move. 30% down. Have you recognized VIX? What do you mean recognize? Have you recognized? Wait, what do you mean by that question? Have you recognized? Yes, I identified it yesterday on the earnings. Yes, and I saw the opening range and I saw the intraday. Yes, I am aware of this one. It's holding up like a champion. This is one of the most powerful growth stocks I've ever seen. From 2012 to 2015, this thing went up over 4,000%, and it had some insane numbers. It grew both EPS and revenue like 3, 4, 500% for years. It was incredible. I've never seen a growth stock like that. I wish I could trade back then, but I had no idea how to trade. So unfortunately I missed it. But this is, you know, study this move. You should go back and study, look up the growth numbers and just build a database you should start with. And now it's more of a GARP name, reasonable price. It has decent growth and it's kind of low valuation. Oh, so EPT. I think I'm gonna remove the highest stop. I'm gonna start lowering my stocks on APT. And now it's all in game. I have all the positions I need. Probably not gonna take on any more. Decent codex position, small AT or smaller than I would have liked, but and a big TVIX, big TVIX. Oh. Wow, I didn't realize how late it is. I'm just gonna do one last scan and then I'm gonna... Holy shit, time flies. It's getting pumped again. Oh man, if TVIX goes to like sub 150, it's kind of scary. It's one thing taking a big loss. It's another thing holding a big profit, and especially if it's a profit that's bigger than bigger than you've seen. That's like one of the most stressful things ever. So scary. We really need to believe it can, you know, go further in your direction. That's really what happened on Tesla. I was up 650k. I thought it was gonna go down another 100 bucks, and then it just reversed back higher, and I gave back like most of that profit. But then I re-nailed it, and that was a big one. You really gotta believe it. Having said that, TVIX looks like it wants to bounce. Oh man, it is building higher lows. It is below VWAP. DRAD, yeah. Back near the low. I think it's just a pump job. I need to look at the numbers. I think it's just a one I don't know. And now TVIX is bouncing. Anyway, okay. Thanks for joining. Have a great weekend, everyone. And I hope you had a great week. Don't do anything stressed of the day, and I'll see you.